high-end amplifier for 459 euros too good to be true? Or is the WiiM Amp PRO really capable of exceeding expectations? A new DAC, improved Bluetooth, updated Wi-Fi and feedback in the amplification block. An impressive upgrade, but something has been cut out. Today let's figure out if this amplifier is worth its price and how it compares to its predecessor. Hello dear friends, my name is Arkady Zenin. I am the founder of Premium Hi-Fi. We are based in Riga and we connect people with sound. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the WiiM Amp PRO looks like its predecessor, the WiiM Amp, but there are changes and they are significant. First of all, the amplifier has become heavier by 240 grams, while practically maintaining the same size. It has grown 2 mm in height. This alone should indicate to audiophiles that the sound quality and reliability have definitely increased. Do you remember the movie Snatch? In the Goblin's translation, when the characters was choosing a gun and the sailor said, "Heavy means reliable." The same applies here. Secondly, the most noticeable change is the 3 letters on the front panel. It is precisely for these 3 letters that audiophiles will be charged 90 euros more, 30 euros for each letter. But there is a way to save. With the promo code Premium Hi-Fi 10, you will get a discount of 46 euros on the Premium Hi-Fi website. That's at least 1.5 letters for free. Quite a saving, right? Let's see what those letters stand for. At first glance, the WiiM Amp PRO is no different from its predecessor, but inside it hides some serious changes. Let's start with the first and probably the most important update, PFFB technology. This is feedback in the amplification block that significantly improves sound quality. An interesting fact. The Texas Instruments TPA 3255 chip used in both the WiiM Amp and the Pro version originally supports this function. But in the original model, it was simply disabled. In the Pro version, it was activated, and the difference is noticeable. By the way, a similar technology is presented in the Chinese amplifier AIMA A70, which we reviewed in our channel. The link, as always, is in the description. The next important change in the updated DAC. The WiiM Amp PRO is equipped with ESS 9038Q2M, replacing the ESS 9080K2M. What does this bring? First of all, the resolution has increased. Now it supports files up to 32-bit 384 kHz, meaning even more detail in the sound. Secondly, the signal-to-noise ratio is grown from 98 to 120 dB. In simple terms, the sound has become cleaner without extraneous noise. And of course, harmonic distortion has decreased from minus 92 dB to minus 105 dB. As a result, the sound has become as natural and transparent as possible, like in a studio recording. This update makes the WiiM Amp PRO practically appealing to those who value crystal clear sound and high detail. Let's move on. Now let's talk about connectivity. The WiiM Amp PRO supports Wi-Fi 6A, a more stable and faster connection, especially important for streaming high-res audio. Even if you have multiple rooms and a complex network, the amplifier will work without issues. To simplify, Wi-Fi 6A is like a fast highway for your music, with no traffic jams or delays. And it also features Bluetooth 5.3. It improves sound quality, increase range, and reduce latency. And finally, the promised spoon of tar. The promo version currently lacks AirPlay. Yes, this can be a problem for Apple users, but it all depends on WiiM's agreements with Apple. Once they resolve the issues, AirPlay will be added through a firmware update. So, we just have to wait. Before we move on to comparing the sound, let's take a look at the back panel of the WiiM Amp PRO. If you're not familiar with the WiiM Amp, you might not know what devices can be connected here. So, let's start. First of all, here is HDMI ARC, an ideal option for connecting to a TV. A great way to improve your TV sound, especially if you love watching movies or series. A good HDMI cable is included. Secondly, there's a Toslink digital input. It's perfect for connecting CD player of any other device with an optical output. The cable is also included. For connecting a USB flash drive or hard drive with a music collection, there's a USB-A input. A nuance, it only works when the WiiM is connected to the internet. And finally, an RCI analog input. You can connect, say, a cassette deck or, as in my case, a TIAC TN3B turntable. By the way, despite the lack of grounding, everything works quite well. But the most interesting feature of this input is its unique capability. You can stream music from an analog source to other rooms. That is, you play a vinyl record in one room and listen to in another. Convenient, isn't it? And the RCA cable is included. By the way, a remote control with voice control is also in the box. Check out all the technical details via the link in the description. Now that we've covered the connection options, let's move on to the most important part, how the WiiM Amp PRO sounds in particular compared to the WiiM Amp. I tested the WiiM Amp PRO with Sonos Faber Lumina 2 passive speakers. I used Tidal through the WiiM app as the primary source and a TIC TN3B turntable as the secondary source. From the first seconds of listening to the WiiM Amp PRO, I realized that it sounds noticeably surprises its predecessor. I tested it with high-res files, CD quality files 16-bit 44.1 kHz, and of course, vinyl. The sound has become more musical, detailed and clean. The playback level has risen from entry-level hi-fi to a confident mid-range. The sound has gained texture and the soundstage more depth and instrument separation. This allows you to literally see the musicians on an imaginary stage, incredible for an amplifier in this price range. I connected the TIC TN3B turntable using a cheek shielded cable. Despite the lack of grounding, the noise was minimal and didn't interfere with enjoying the music. However, keep in mind, the built-in phono preamp of the turntable provides a weak signal, so I had to turn the volume almost to maximum. This is a minor downside that can be easily fixed with an external phono preamp or just preamp. By the way, I listening to the vinyl Tony O'Malley audiophile collection. Check the link in the description. When listening to digital sources, the WiiM Amp PRO reveals its full potential. The amplifier delivers 60 Watt per channel at 8 ohms or 120 watts at 4 ohms, enough power for most acoustic systems. The sound of instrumental and pop music impress with detail, especially in high res. However, complex and rich compositions sometimes lose some information. Keep this in mind if you listen to intensive genres like progressive metal. I want to emphasize the slight emphasis of high mid frequencies, which is a feature of the Texas Instrument TPA 3255 chip. The Sonos Faber Lumina 2 speakers smooch out this road edge, but the sound on more sensitive speakers can be uncomfortable. In this case, use the room correction function through the WiiM Home app. It can help, but I decided do not use in this time. Let me say a few words about the WiiM app. The amplifier surprised with the number and flexibility of settings in the app. Although the interface could and should be more user-friendly, the capabilities are impressive. Many competitors like Sonos and Blue Sound offer less but for more money. WiiM has already demonstrated a strategy of releasing a base model and then an improved Pro version. I'd like to see a hybrid of the WiiM Amp Pro amplifier and the WiiM Ultra Streamer, with the addition of the display and better connection interface. Such a product would definitely be a hit. Well, you can listen to the WiiM Amp Pro and compare its sound to the WiiM app at our premium hi-fi studio. The link is in the description. In conclusion, let's summarize the main point. The WiiM Amp Pro is high quality, clean sound with high res support, Not exactly high-end, but a confidence mid-level hi-fi. In this price range, you won't find better functionality and sound quality. Adequate power and anode input for use in any home system. Extensive streaming capability and a functional but somewhat inconvenient app. Good multi-room support. Choose the WiiM lineup lacks active speakers for more flexible applications. Geobags. No AirPlay. Hopefully for now. Volume issues for vinyl. If you enjoyed this review, subscribe to the Premium Hi-Fi channel and click the bell to stay updated on new videos. And of course, if you decide to order the WiiM Amp PRO, follow the affiliate link in the description. It supports the channel and allows us to continue making helpful reviews. That's all for now, friends. May the force of the right sound be with you.